we'll shift over to Impact for a minute.
Sure.
I know you're a big X Division guy. It's what drives you. It's been what you've wanted in your Impact career. As the X Division rankings become a little bit thicker and more people are in the fray, what does Trey Miguel do now? And do you have any eyes on any other prizes in Impact or any people that you really want to get yourself in the ring with?
I don't do anything differently. I just continue to adapt and assess myself depending on who I'm out there with. The more new faces we have, the better, because that means that I have to become more creative, which means the matches are more fun to do and more creative and more, fun to watch as a consumer and spectator. So the game plan doesn't change, the routine doesn't change, the hustle. I give it my 100 every time. So, but this year, the X Division has gotten thick this year. I think Mike Bailey's one of the biggest additions to the X Division over the course, or probably since I've signed on to Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, and he's the guy that you want.
I think he deserves the run that he's having right now.
Yeah,
without taking anything away from him, you want to know who else deserves a run? Is Laredo Kid.
Oh, absolutely.
Laredo Kid should probably be like a 2 or 3 time X Division champion by now.
So every week when we do our post show, Cresta and I are basically saying it's Laredo Kid, and we also talk about Black Taurus, who's now racking up a couple wins here and there. There are some luchadors who are coming in and absolutely tearing it up in Impact.
Yeah,
so
we just had Ray Horrison and Bandito in, who both did.
Yeah,
did you see their match against each other?
The match against each other was great at Emergence, but there was the 4-way that y'all had on TV that aired this past week. What was that like? Because you were working with guys who are largely the luchador base, and you're not always in that luchador vein.
Sure. Luckily, I've wrestled with all of them before. I've wrestled Ray Horace at PWG, which I feel like is one of the most, I don't want to say like hectic, but one of the biggest fight feel atmospheres or ambiances that indie wrestling can create in the States.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I performed with him under like those kind of pressures or conditions, and it was one of my favorite matches I've had there. So you know what I mean? And then Laredo Kid makes me a better wrestler every time I'm in the ring with him, 1,000%. And we will do small things with each other in the ring, like just training and whatnot. And he'll always be like, Miguel, you can do this. And I'll be like, what? And he's like, no, you can do it. Do it. And I won't even practice it. I'll just go and do it when it's time to go do it. Like I do that Dragon Lee Rana where they're standing on the apron. That's because Laredo Kid one day I had a match and he goes, why don't you do that? And I was just like, where did that come from? He's like, I don't know, I was just thinking about it. And then I was like, I don't know what to do. He goes, you got to kick your feet up and straight. And I was just like, okay. He's like, it's not like a regular running Rana where it's one leg at a time. You got to like hop, get your ass above that top rope and then shoot your feet and snatch them. And I was just like, okay. And then that night I did it for the first time and I never got to practice it. So every time I see him wrestling Laredo Kid, I get excited. And Black Taurus is just, he's scary and he smells like hot stuff.
Does he?
Yeah, so he keeps I like wrestling him because I can breathe when I'm out there.
Good stuff.
I can breathe really well.
Yeah.